Hey everyone, welcome back to another video, and in today's video we have this Kia Carnival and we're going to do the taillight tint installation for this vehicle. So this is how the taillight lens looks before doing the installation, and this is how it looks after the installation. So the tint has PPF properties, which means it'll protect the lenses from yellowing over time, as well as protect it from any small scratches or any road debris that may hit the lens. Link for the product will be provided below, but with that being said, let's start with the installation video. These are the tools you need for the installation. So before we start with the installation, we need to make sure we prep the tail light. So you're going to need two solutions in order to prep the lens. Your first solution, which is Slip Solution, contains baby shampoo and distilled water. And your second solution, it's your Tack Solution, which contains isopropyl alcohol with distilled water. So with your Slip Solution, just apply it onto the lens. We're going to use a clean microfiber towel and remove any contaminants that the tail light may have. And then once we're done cleaning the lens, just make sure you clean the top and the bottom section as well. That way, in case the film does touch the paint, it doesn't catch any contaminants. And now we're going to use our Tack Solution. When you have your solution, spray it onto your microfiber towel and make sure to start removing any contaminants, for example, any oil, any wax, or any coating that the tail light may have. What this does is the Tack Solution helps remove those contaminants from the lens. So the first piece we're going to start off is the middle section here. So with this one, just grab your Slip Solution and apply it onto the lens, and apply Slip Solution to the adhesive side of the film as well. Make sure the film isn't touching the ground or any part of the vehicle. That way the adhesive doesn't get any contaminants. So with this one, what you want to do is place it onto the lens, and you can start from either end. Just make sure wherever you start, you align this section here to the edge of the tail light. So if you need to bring the film more to one side, you can. So once we have it on one section, lift it carefully and apply Tack Solution underneath. That way the adhesive on the film is able to start tacking down and stay secure on this edge of the tint. So spray Tack Solution on top as well. Make sure it stays aligned. Grab your squeegee and start tacking it down. Make sure to remove all the solution that's underneath the film. And with this one, the material, if you have a little bit that's hanging on the top, that material you could tuck it in underneath here. There's a small gap between the paint here and the actual tail light. You could tuck in the film there. This whole section is secured, and all we have to do now is stretch the film to this other end. Okay, so all you need to do once it's secured on one end is now stretch the film and align it up to this edge here. So if the film does get stuck, just lift it carefully and apply Slip Solution underneath the film. Place it back down and you'll be able to move the film around and stretching it to this end here. So it's only a light stretch, but as you're stretching the film, make sure you have material coverage on the top here. So make sure you inspect this entire section up to the other end and make sure you have enough film to cover the top and the bottom section. So stretch and align it as you go. And now to secure it, just lift this section carefully, apply Tack Solution, place it back down, make sure it stays aligned, grab your squeegee and secure this end. We just need to anchor this section here, that way it doesn't move when we're doing the installation on the middle. So we'll come back to this part. We just need it to hold just for a bit, that way we're able to work in the middle. So once we anchor the film here, now we can focus here and not worry about the film falling down. So with this one, just lift it carefully and apply Slip Solution underneath. That way we're able to align the film and tack it down. So once you apply Slip Solution, just keep aligning the film. Make sure you have coverage on top and on the bottom. And you're going to have this film here touching the paint. That's perfectly fine. Just make sure this area is clean before you start with the installation. So then you can just start tacking down the film. If you're having the finger that's causing you problems, in order to remove that finger, you would just have to lift the film on the edge here. Lift it carefully. That way we're able to tack down and remove this finger. So lift and tack down as you go. Take your time. And now you should be able to tack down this finger without creasing the film. And just do the same throughout the entire panel on the top. Remember, the film can be tucked in underneath the panel here. And don't forget about the middle section. So work from the top to the middle and then towards the bottom after. Secure the top like I mentioned, make sure to remove all of the bubbles. And then secure the middle. Bring everything down. And you just repeat this process until you reach to the other. You could apply tack solution on top, that way our squeegee is able to glide and remove the solution underneath the film without getting stuck and potentially scratching or damaging the film. Just make sure before you finish out with the installation for this middle section here, to secure the bottom edge. If you do have fingers coming across the bottom section, in order to remove the fingers, you would have to carefully lift the film like how we did it here. If you have it on the edge of finger, you would carefully lift the film and just help relieve the tension and tack it down. You can only do that if you have the finger closer to the edge. If you have one more in the middle here, then you would apply heat to help loosen the finger and then tack it down with your squeegee. And now to seal the bottom and the top section, just apply tack solution. Grab your heat gun. You can also use a hair dryer. Use the low setting and just apply heat where you see those fingers, and use your squeegee to start sealing and removing the fingers. So apply heat, make sure to apply it evenly, and then use your squeegee to tack it down. So now we're moving on to this section with Taillight. So with this one, just apply slip solution to the lens and slip solution to the adhesive side of the film. And this one only covers the face, which is this section of the Taillight. The other piece will cover the top and the bottom section here. So make sure you keep it aligned right on the body line here. Make sure it stays aligned, just like that. Lift the film carefully and apply tack solution from the top. That way we could secure it. And make sure to remove all the solution underneath the film. And this should just stay up to this edge here. So make sure to remove all the solution as you squeegee. And then once we finish tagging it down, in order to seal the entire edge here, we're going to apply our tack solution and use our heat gun or your hair dryer and apply heat throughout the entire edge. You can use the low setting for this part. And as you're applying heat, we're going to use a microfiber towel just to help it tack down on the edges. And make sure you continue this step throughout the entire edge until everything's sealed. The way you guys can tell if the tint is being sealed is, for example, if you pass your finger and your finger isn't catching onto the film, you should be good. But let's say here, since it hasn't been tacked down, the film is being caught on with your finger. So in order to prevent lifting, just apply heat to seal it, microfiber towel, and you should be good. And then if you notice now, your finger shouldn't be catching the film. Right here, it's not sealed. So make sure to seal it with heat and microfiber towel. Okay, so now we're moving on with the piece that covers this whole section here. Apply slip solution to the lens and slip solution to the adhesive side of the film. And with this one, just place the film, and we're going to start by aligning it on this end first. So we would focus our attention here first. So in order to tack it down and align it, apply tack solution on the film underneath here and just align it right on the edge. Spray tack solution on top, hold it, get your squeegee, and start tacking it down to secure it. Make sure to remove all the solution underneath the film. And to remove these fingers, we'll apply heat afterwards. Right now it's just more of securing the film, making sure we have it aligned on the top, edge, and bottom. So right now, after we secure it here, we're going to stretch the film. When you stretch the film, you are going to notice some of the fingers here will disappear. So just lift the film, apply slip solution, place it back down. Make sure this whole area is dry. That way you can place your hand and stretch the film going this way. So stretch it until the film reaches the edge right here. So stretch it, hold it in position. And as you're holding the film, You're going to grab your tack solution and spray it on top. Grab your squeegee. That way we can start securing the film. So make sure it stays up to the edge. Okay, now the finger that we had here disappeared. And now all we have to focus is around this area. Remove all the solution. So we should be good here. And now for the last part here, we're just going to make sure we align it throughout the entire panel. And once we get to this edge here, we're going to try to install it without applying any slip solution, because it is going to take some time to tack it down to this curve here. So I'll show you guys after once we get there. So just keep everything aligned. Double check and see that it stays aligned. Once you have it aligned, just tack it down to secure it, and it should reach up to the bottom right here. Now lift the film, adjust it as you go, and before you start tacking it down here, we're going to just hold it, dry this entire section, that way it's easier to tack down. And to help it tack down more faster, we're just going to hold the film and apply tack solution, bring it in, and start tacking it down like this. So let me show you guys from the other end. So in order to secure this section here, we need to make sure this area is tacked down. So tack it down, align it, and then like you saw earlier, apply tack solution. You don't need to apply too much, just a little bit, and just keep it aligned and tack it down as you go. We might need to stretch it just a little bit in order for it to cover here. So just lift, stretch just a little bit, and it should reach up to the top here, just like that. So hold it for a couple seconds, that way it stays tacked down. And to help the adhesive on the film activate faster here, as we're holding it, apply tack solution, a little bit of heat using the low setting. Let the film cool down a little bit, and then use your finger to secure it. And it should start tacking down like that. And then we would just start going ahead, grab our squeegee, start tacking everything down. And then we could start going all around the film, removing all of the solution before we actually start sealing everything. So once we remove all the solution underneath the film, then we could apply tack solution and heat and seal everything like how we did with the first piece here to seal the edges. So apply tack solution, grab your heat gun, apply heat on the edges, and use your Mac Power towel to seal. And that's pretty much it. You would just do it all around this top section here, the curve here, and then we should be good. Before we finish the entire installation, one thing I did forget, these fingers here, the ones that we had in the beginning, to remove them, apply tack solution on top, grab your heat gun and apply heat using the low setting and apply it evenly. Once you apply heat evenly, we're going to just grab our microfiber towel and our squeegee, wrap it around and squeegee at an angle to start tacking this section down. So as you squeegee, hold the film in position for a couple seconds. The film should start tacking down. You could do 3 to 5 seconds and the film should start tacking down like that. And if the fingers keep popping out, just apply a little bit of heat as you go and secure it as you go. And you can apply tack solution, that way we could help the edges start tacking down as well. And that's pretty much it. And now once we remove the fingers, we can start with the last step, which is post heating the entire film. So once you finish with the entire installation, the last thing to do is to post heat the entire film. So all you need to do is apply your tack solution onto the lens. And we're going to use our heat gun, or you could use a hairdryer and use the low setting and apply heat throughout the entire panel. Make sure you apply it evenly, and as you're applying heat, we're just going to use our microfiber towel just to secure the edges and help the adhesive on the film tack down to the tint, to the tail lights. So take your time doing this step, and once you're done with this process, you're done with the installation. So that concludes the installation video for the Taillight tints for the Kia Carnival. We hope that the video helped you guys out with the installation. Don't forget to drop a like on the video, make sure to subscribe and turn on that notification bell. That way you don't miss any of our upcoming installation videos. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one.